Friday. I did have a clip at the beginning of this week that told you guys what I was planning on reading, and I lost it. So, just to quickly get through this week, I have gotten through quite a bit of Cinder. I'm a little less than halfway through it, I think. I have also already listened to 3 audiobooks. I have listened to The Elite by Kiera cast, which was one of my HouseCupathon books, and that completed the Quidditch challenge for me, which was really awesome. And then I listened to 2 short stories that were by Jodi Picoult. There was When There's Smoke and then Larger Than Life, which I really, really liked both of them, but they were kind of short stories, so they were really easy to fly through. I also completed Armada by Ernest, Cline, and I really, really liked that one. I think I loved it so much more than I did Ready Player One. I thought for some reason I rated Ready Player One a 4-star, but I may have rated it 4.5 and marked it as 5 on Goodreads. That probably is the case, but I loved Armada so much more. It was so freaking good. But so today I am planning on getting through more of Cinder today. I just sat and recorded like 4 videos that I had meant to record earlier this week, and I couldn't because this week was kind of crazy with the holiday. And Wednesday, I ended up going to Dave & Buster's with my parents because we have a New Year's tradition where New Year's Day we go out and we do that. And then after that, I met up with one of my best friends who's going to be one of my bridesmaids in my wedding because she was in town, in my hometown, and I got to see her. And so it was just a crazy, crazy week. So I have had no time to like sit down and talk to you guys really until today. And tomorrow I am actually going back to my hometown again because I am going to a bridal store to go try on wedding dresses because I know there is the dress I want and I just need to figure out what size I need it in so that when I go to order it, I can just say, hey, this is the size I need and not have any issues with it. And then, so coming with me are going to be my mom, my sister, my nana, and then my maid of honor and my bridesmaid that I met up with on Wednesday. And also my younger sister is one of my bridesmaids. So I'm going to have my whole bridal party there, which is going to be great. I'm so excited. And it's, oh my gosh, it's going to be so crazy. So I'm going to try to continue to keep you guys updated as I can, but this may be the only clip I really get this entire week, but we will see. Hey guys, so it is Sunday, January 5th right now, and I know I haven't really talked to you guys at all this week. It has been a really crazy week because not only was there, you know, the New Year stuff going on, and then this weekend, yesterday actually, I ended up going and getting my wedding dress, which was really, really fun. And I wanted to show you guys that stuff, but I felt kind of weird because there was a lot of people at the bridal store, and then I didn't also want Robert to end up finding a video or something or risking the idea of somebody taking the video and showing it to him because I really want him to be surprised with this dress. And it's absolutely beautiful though, so I'm very, very excited, but today I have a lot of stuff to do. It's already after 2 o'clock, I think, in the afternoon, and I have a lot of stuff to do today before I can actually get to reading Cinder, which is my goal for the day. I want to actually be able to finish Cinder at some point today, and then maybe get to my next book, which is The Birth of Venus, and so I'm really hoping I can get my December wrap-up edited and uploaded soon. I'm actually uploading last week's vlog now because I totally forgot that I had done that with all the craziness that's gone on this week. And then I have to also edit my January 2020 TBR, which will go up probably tomorrow on Monday the 6th. And in that, I show you guys that I go through the library lottery system where I was at the library. So today I ended up going to the library to do that, and I got Carrie by Stephen King, which in that video I talk about how I'm starting up a new Stephen King reading series, and to find out more about that, you can go check out that video because that video will already be out by the time this one is. And then I also picked out my library lottery pick, which is Chloe in India by Kate Darnton. This is a middle grade contemporary. I would believe to be about 2 girls that are from very different cultures, essentially, and it's a story about them and learning about each other and everything. So I'm really excited because this is really important stuff, I think, for a lot of middle grade readers, and I'm excited to actually read it because it's also in a genre that I haven't read since I was in middle school, and I'd like to see how this genre may have grown over the years, because if I remember correctly, many of the books I read were really good, but I don't think I would like them as much now. But I'm not quite sure how old this book is. It looks kind of on the older side, so let me see if I can find the date. So the text copyright is 2014, so it's not too old. It's about 6 years or so old, but I think it can still have some really good messages, and I'm really excited to see what those messages are and how they're played into the story. So right now I'm gonna go edit a couple videos, and then like I said, I think I can get through the rest of Cinder Cinder tonight because Cinder is really easy to move through. So it's not taking me as long as I thought it was going to when I started this book, but I haven't really just had a real moment to sit and read. I've kind of just been doing 50 million different things. So today, that's my goal, is to sit and finish Cinder before I go to bed tonight, and then probably start The Birth of Venus by Sarah Dunant. So I'm really excited because I really want to get through all these books and stick to my reading schedule as best I can. So we'll see if that happens.
Hey guys, so it is, I think, about 9:20 in the evening now, and I just finished Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I'm basically going to end this vlog here with my thoughts on the novel, which I absolutely loved from beginning to end. It was absolutely wonderful, and let you guys know kind of what I have planned going on for this week. This next week, that will be in the next vlog. So Cinder was really freaking good. Now, I didn't know much about this series going into it. I kind of had the idea that each book in the series could be its own standalone. Like, it's all part of a general series, but each book has its own characters it follows within this world. And the first one, Cinder, follows a character who is based on Cinderella, and she is a cyborg. Essentially, she was thought to have been put back together when she was 11 years old after some big accident, and she doesn't really have any memories before she was 11 years old and was essentially brought to this family, and she basically lives the life of the Cinderella that we know and love from Disney, where she is part of a home where the stepmom's kind of a jerk. The sisters are not necessarily the same as in the cartoon. One sister is really mean and the other one is like her best friend. Essentially, her younger sister, that is the one that actually likes her, gets sick with this plague that has been ravaging the entire world for about 12 years or so. And so unfortunately, because of the fact that the sister has gone in to the hospital and everything, Cinder's stepmom essentially signs Cinder up to be drafted to basically be a volunteer for the cure, to try to find a cure for the plague, because at this point no one knows how to cure it. And while Cinder's there, she finds out some really very weird information about her makeup, like her genetic makeup and all these things, and it starts to bring up a lot of questions about who she is and what exactly she is. And along with all of that, she has met the crown prince of the Commonwealth, which is the area that she lives in. She basically lives in what we would see as like modern day Asia, but this is like in the future. And so she meets the prince after he brings in this android that needs to be fixed, and she gets to be very close with him and kind of starts up this kind of interesting relationship. It doesn't fully blossom at all, really, but there's kind of inklings about the fact that they like each other, kind of thing. And through Kai, the emperor, she finds out a lot of information about what exactly is going on with the empire, because there is this alien-like society called the Lunars who are trying to essentially overtake the entire world, and there's this huge kerfuffle between the Commonwealth and the Lunars because the Lunar Queen wants to be married to Prince Kai so that she can take over the Commonwealth and eventually the entire world. And so there's a lot of like political problems within all of that, and there's a lot of political history that's involved with the story, which I just found like this entire thing to be really, really well done, because there were so many great aspects of the story, so many very good plot points that I thought would be really cool to bring up in like a second installment. And I was greatly surprised by how this entirely ended, because it didn't end in a way that was like happily ever after. This very much ended on like a very dark note in terms of what is at stake going on for Cinder. One of the things I loved about this book, though, that I think is really, really cool, is that there is this character brought up many times throughout the book named Celine, who was essentially going to be the Lunar Queen, but she, in the documents that people know about the history of the lunar people, she died in a fire, supposedly. There's a lot of theories saying that she somehow escaped, and there's all these things about, trying to figure out where she is. And I had an idea from the beginning who this person might be, because there were theories saying that she may have gone under a different name and was in hiding. And I had an idea of who this could have been in the story, but by the end of it, I was correct of who that person was, but it still shocked me. even though I knew that the person I was thinking of was Celine, it didn't change anything for the story. I didn't feel like I was disappointed with it. I didn't feel like I was upset by it. I was actually kind of genuinely surprised because I had an idea that this person was going to be Celine, but I didn't expect to actually be right, I guess. I figured it was going to be somebody completely different, or they would have just found her in the middle of everything. So it was really interesting. I loved it a lot, and I'm interested to see how the rest of the series essentially goes, because I know that the rest of the series focuses on so many different characters, and there's other stories that are involved with this like entire world. So I'm interested to see if there is a point or if there is some overlap with some of the stories in the Lunar Chronicles, because that would make sense if that's to be a thing, but I don't know. Like, I have no idea what to expect with the rest of the series, but this is one that I really, really want to continue with because I love Marissa's writing so much, and I feel like these stories are just going to be really, really deep and really complex, and I can't wait to see exactly how these threads are going to come together in the end. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of Cinder. I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I did add it to my HouseCupathon points and stuff, so that's another 50 points for me because the book was it was like 390 pages, which is like 50 points. And it didn't count for any challenges though, but that's fine. So I think I'm actually going to head to bed here real soon because I do have to go to work tomorrow. But my plans for this coming week are The Birth of Venus, I think, and then Monsters Volume 1, and I think The Wicked Will Rise. And that's all I can think of. I was supposed to start The Birth of Venus today, but I think tomorrow I can just get through the first 200 pages with no issues, according to my reading schedule. I have a lot of videos also coming out too because of the beginning of the year stuff, beginning of the month stuff. So pretty excited. I am really looking forward to how this week's going to go because I'm going back to a normal work week starting this coming week, because last week and the week before with Christmas were weird weeks where I had like 2 days off in the middle of the week because of the holiday. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me in this vlog. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys.